Every year in the middle of the forest in Candace Bay, South America, my family and I would take a camping trip up there. We would go kayaking, stargazing, and jet skiing, but we are never going back there, not with what happened to Scarlett Jones. One gloomy, dark, stormy night in Candace Bay, the trees whistling, the wind screaming, and the moon howling, Scarlett Jones couldn't sleep thinking of her dad who died 2 months ago in a car accident. He was buried in the Candace Cemetery, 2 miles away from Candace Bay campsite. Scarlett peered out of her tent to make sure everyone's out of sight and had fallen to sleep already. She snuck out of her tent to go to Candace Cemetery. She quietly trudged 2 miles and was out of breath. As she opened the long tall gates of the cemetery, she heard a ghost sing help in the most gracious voice. As she heard the voice, she thought she was only dreaming. Scarlett ran to her dad's grave and leaned against it, as she thought he was still there with her. She heard the sound again, even louder. She spoke to the ghost, asking what they needed help with. But there was silence for 20 minutes, with nothing, no ghost to be seen. As she continued speaking to her dad, she stared up into the sky, writing everything that happened to her on her phone. One last time, the voices came again, even louder. She was scared and ran back to the gates. Ghosts were blocking the gates, and it was locked. She tried climbing over the gates, but it was too tall for her to reach. She had no other way to leave. She cried and cried in fear. The ground of the cemetery shook, all the ghosts coming up to her, saying, "Come here." Scarlett went to them, and that was the last time she was ever heard of. If it weren't for her phone, we wouldn't have known why she went to the cemetery or what had happened to her. Rest in peace, Scarlett Jones.